Howdy, this is Marissa with Marissa Moments. So, the download is this. Sometimes spirit, I want to say, dare I say ancestors, because this feels very ancestor-like, will put you in positions and circumstances just to see what you're going to do. What I envision and what I see is like they have like their, let's pretend this is popcorn, and they're just like, what they're going to do. Behind you. Oh my God. You should have just kept going. Right? And so there are often circumstances that we're put in not to like lead us down the wrong path or get us to mess up or anything. It's not setups for failure. But because we do have free will on this journey, we get to choose. If there's a fork in the road, we get to decide, do we want to go left or do we want to go right? Right? And when we make those decisions, of course, it's chess, not checkers. So there's also different options that have been based off of those different options and different options based off of those options and options and options and options and options and options, right? But we as the drivers of these meat suits, right? We get to decide which way we want to go, how we want to perceive things, how we want to interact with things, how we want to exchange with things, all of the things, right? And so it sometimes provides almost like entertainment for the ancestors. And so, because they're like, don't just leave them with that. Okay. So the point behind that is because each decision that you make is proof positive of your ascension, or it can sometimes be proof positive of a detour or stagnation. There is never any way, space, or place where you can move backwards necessarily. Now, we can have backwards tendencies, we can have backwards habits, but once you've elevated, there's really, what I receive is really no going back. Now, you can put yourself in that same spot and just be on a holding pattern like dirt, 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 right? And instead, you have the option of moving forward. So instead of being stuck in that pose, you can do something else. And that's what the ancestors are hoping for. They're eating popcorn, they're entertained, but they're also cheering you along. It's not a setup for failure. It's a setup for opportunity, wisdom, and advancement, encouragement, all of the things. So what are you going to do with your choices?